Look, marketing in the music industry has changed drastically. Like, especially if you was to compare it to the last 25 years or so. And even still, even if we was to compare it up to 10 years ago. Now, let me explain all of this. It's not a simple case for an artist to release a music video and, hope for the best that that's the thing that's gonna blow them up and get them out there and get them in front of the right people. There's a whole, besides that, there's always been an extra strategy to just making the music and publicizing it, right? That's why artists need these types of teams around them to support them in the marketing process. You have to think from a business standpoint. You have to think from a marketing perspective, right? But now the game's changed even more. As I say, especially if you was to compare artists releasing music 20 years ago, it was the case of, okay, we make the song, we make the music video, we drop it, and we kind of hope for the best, and we hope that that's the thing that's going to get us known. Now, because there are all the different types of social platforms, there are so many different ways for people to make content, and it's just a lot of noise, right? There's a lot of artists and a lot of talented people, and you have to be aware and you have to know how to push and break through that noise, and you have to know how to market yourself properly. As I said, it's not just a case of dropping the song and dropping the music video now. So let me explain a few different elements and a few different ways. First of all, social platforms. Like that's just obvious, right? And it's not the case of just dropping your music video and then posting like, oh, hey, I've just dropped a music video on your Instagram story. You need to be getting shorts of that music video. You need to be creating either different like TikTok dances or challenges around that new song that you've just dropped. You need to be pushing it in, like even collaborating with other content creators, right? Content creators, streamers. You have to find every single way, because you have it all at your fingertips, right? We have access to all these platforms, all these different ways to market our music, but you have to be doing more than just the song, like dropping the music video, posting a few times on your Insta. You need to be everywhere, every platform, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter or X or whatever, every single platform you can think of, you need to be on there in some sort of way. Then secondly, you need to understand what type of content is going to suit for each platform. So as I said, you could release a song, you could do a bunch of shorts, creating some sort of TikTok trend around your song. Bang, put that to TikTok. Then you can do a bunch of shorts onto YouTube. You can do posts on Instagram. You can collaborate with live streamers. I'll tell you what, I had a conversation with Dappy the other month. I'm sure, if you're in the UK, you remember Dappy, Mr. Na. We remember Dappy. So what I'm saying is, I had a conversation with him a couple of months ago, and he told me that what you need to be doing as an artist, it's not just a case of putting your music out now. You need to be finding a way to connect with your audience. And the best way that he said to do that is through live. Going live on like streaming platforms, going live on TikTok, getting your audience to see you live in a moment, doing something. It doesn't have to be related to music. It could be you in the studio, or it could be something different, something that you're interested in, one of your hobbies. Like, you need to now get your audience to buy into you, not just your audience. Get your audience to buy into you, not just into your music. So that's going to be, as I say, that's going to be like going live, showing them what you're doing behind the scenes in the studio, showing them what you get up to outside of music. Find some way to do some sort of content that is going to relate to your brand, that's going to fit your brand, and it's going to connect with your audience. As long as you do them things and then constantly be compounding content, your music, be consistent, push it out to every single platform, that's the only way you're going to break through. You can't just break through, because I see it a lot, right? I do see it a lot, unfortunately. Like, there's so many talented artists that I speak to, but they'll tell me that they just release a music video, like release a song, release a music video, and then post a few times on their socials, share the link to their Spotify, and then that's it, really. Like, and then they might go and do a couple of shows or whatever, but they're finding that the traction's too slow. And of course it's going to be too slow because they're not doing enough. And then what is considered doing enough? It is literally hyper focusing and hyper, like, posting everywhere you can. Post on TikTok, post on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, bloody LinkedIn if you want to. Like, you need to be seen everywhere. That's the key. Be seen everywhere. Be posting consistently. Content around your music. Things outside of the music as well. So get people to buy into you and to see what you get up to outside of your studio time, your shows, whatever. Because unfortunately there's a lot of noise that you have to break through in order to, reach that kind of pinnacle of success that we all obviously have in our mind.